So, hello everybody. Welcome to Radio Theater again. And today we are going to talk about the sea creatures and their adventures. And we are going to talk about them and their life, some adventurous experience with a help of a nice story wrote by Julia Donaldson, and it is called Tiddler. Does anybody know what Tiddler is? What Tiddler is? Have you any idea what is it?
He's a fish.
What is the word?
Yes, you're right, you are.
Tiddler.
It's a tiny fish. And the story is called and you will see then that it has a big imagination. So we have many characters, but they have not so much to tell. So I'm going to write down who wants to be who. The main character is, of course, that Tiddler. Who wants to be the star today?
I will be the star.
You'll be. Okay, Pia is Tiddler. Okay. There is also, just give me a moment, today I had a new inspiration. You will see that it's not really color coding, but it's something like that. So we have also another quite big part. It's a Miss Skate. It's a teacher of Tiddler.
Can I do it, Skate?
Do you want to be, Nastya?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Kate. Next, we have more parts. Little Johnny Dory. Who wants to be Little Johnny Dory?
I want to be Little Johnny Dory.
Little Johnny Dory.
Who's that? Sorry, who was that? I didn't see. Georgia.
Not she.
Nazifa.
Not she. Yes, ma'am, Nazifa.
Nazifa. That's you. You want to be Johnny Dory, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, next character in our story is, let's say, rabbit fish. Rabbit fish, anybody?
Diana. Or student.
Rayana.
Yes.
Yes? Rayana, do you want to be red fish? Rabbit fish. Okay. Rayana. Okay. We have a lot characters. Everybody will get a part. Maybe even two. So there is also Red Fin. Red Fin. Who wants to be Red Fin? Nadezhda? Nadia?
Nadia.
Can I be red? I know that the story ended really big.
Nastya, do you want to change?
Yeah.
No, I want two parts because I know that this story is big and there are lots of characters.
More people that are not involved yet, so please wait, okay? We want everybody to speak, yeah? To talk, to have fun. So, Red Fin, Nadia, are you okay with that? No? Yes, good. So we have more characters. For example, one more is dragonfish. Dragonfish.
I'd like to be the dragonfish.
Okay, that was
Nukshi.
Nukshi. Okay, good, Nukshi. So, next part is sunfish. Sunfish. You know, these fish are all real. I think these are not names just like Olga and Nastya and Nilanjana and Katerina. I think they are real kinds of fish, but we will see pictures of them. They are illustrations, not real photos, but nevertheless, it will give us some content. So, who is the sunfish? Excuse me? Divya, would you like to be sunfish? Okay, Divya is sunfish. Okay. Spiderfish. Please, anybody raise your hand.
I'm
okay,
here.
Nilanjana.
Oh, okay.
Spiderfish. Spiderfish is Nilanjana. Okay. Can you please write down the name of your character, because they are not big, but they are a lot, and I can get confused. I hope it will not happen, but maybe it will. Okay, next is devilfish. Devilfish. We have
Georgia.
I will be the devilfish.
Devil.
Oh, so scary.
Nilanjana, I don't like your smile on your face.
Georgia is a devilfish, yes? Georgia is a devilfish. Okay. Devilfish for Georgia. Okay.
Okay. So I'll just.
So we also have some leaf fish. Please.
So I'm the spiderfish.
Grace is here as well. She has just joined.
Grace, would you like to be a leaf fish? Can you hear us? Was it too soon for you?
I'm unable to read today. I'm not at home. We don't have connection.
All right. So
yeah, just listen, please.
Yes. Okay. So Olga Nikiforova, I think you haven't got anybody yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of fish? What kind of fish?
Leaf fish.
Leaf? Okay. Okay. Leaf. Mm-hmm.
So I think Katerina can be leopard fish. Yes.
Okay.
Katerina, leopard fish. Okay. I see also Dominique.
Yes.
Ash.
And Raisacha and Ash. Yes, we have 4 characters more. Yeah. I hope we have enough lines for everybody.
Okay.
Seaman. Who wants to be the seaman?
Seaman?
Maybe
Can
Ash?
I be the seaman?
Yes, Ash.
Yep.
I think it's good for you. Seaman. Okay.
Where is Tracy gone? I can't see Tracy here.
Tracy is here.
Hi.
And
Okay.
there is a big
Hi.
part of narrator and very little parts of different unchoice. Well, there are more unchoice. We can have one person for all of them or different persons. What shall we do? I think Hamid has
Nadezhda, you are on mute. You're on mute.
Yes?
I will be narrator.
You would like to be narrator?
So.
Okay.
Yes.
Nadia will be narrator, but your part is Nadia, red fin. Who wants to be red fin then?
Can I be the red fin then instead of being the dragonfish? Maybe.
Well, these are little parts. You can be both. You can be red fin and what else?
Dragonfish. I was the dragonfish at
both.
first.
Would you like to have 2 lines?
Yes, I'd love to.
Dragonfish and
Red fin.
Red fin. Okay.
Okay.
So just remember it. And Hamid, would you like to be unchoice? Would you like to take part of unchoice?
Ma'am, can you take that?
I don't know. This is the photo. Ahmed, can you hear me? All right. Anybody? Can you hear me, Ahmed? I can see that you hear me. No? All right. So who else? Dominique, Bedzina. Would you like to be in choice? Okay. Anybody raise your hands for in choice?
I'll do.
Georgia.
But
Ma'am, I want
Nasia.
Nazifa. Once.
Nazifa, okay. Nazifa wants to be in choice as well. Nazifa has already little Johnny Dory, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Lucy, would you like to be in choice? Or would you like to keep silence today? Is it for in choice or for silence? All right. I see. So we have left nobody. Rayana, have you got any?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you have. Okay. Then
My character is. Please repeat me.
what is Rayana? Rabbit
Red
fish.
red fish.
Rabbit fish. Okay. Ahmed, would you like to be in choice, please?
Yes, I would love to.
Yes, thank you very much. I just wanted you to give this part. Don't know why. Okay, I think we are done. I'm going to share screen with you, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated than when I was color coding my scripts, because today I had no Word version, and I had only PDF version, and I made comments in that PDF version. I hope it will do. So this is the story by Julia Donaldson that I love a lot because it's an author for kids, and not only for kids. You see, I'm adult and I love her stories. I hope I will teach you to love her too. if you don't mind. And I also like the illustrations that are made by Axel Scheffler, and they are very recognizable. You can see them in different books with different authors. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, you can make bigger. If you
Bigger?
can.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
Bigger, yes.
Like this?
It's
Yes,
better.
that's
Yes, it's enough.
better.
Okay.
Yeah, Olga, what is my character?
Pia, you are Tiddler.
Hitler, okay.
Today's scripts are not color coded. Some of them have color, but you should not pay too much attention for it. You should follow your line just, okay? Be attentive, please. We are just too many characters today. There is not enough color in today. Okay, so Pia, would you start, please?
Wait.
Your narrator.
Is my narrator?
Excuse me, I'm narrator.
Nadia is the narrator.
Narrator, yes.
Sorry,
Yeah, I'm not
narrator.
narrator.
And
So,
you are Tiddler.
Tiddler.
Yeah.
Once there was a fish and his name was Tiddler. He wasn't much to look at with his plain gray scales, but Tiddler was a fish with a big imagination. He blew small bubbles, but he told tall tales.
This is Pia.
Where I can.
All these orange lines are for Pia.
Oh, orange line.
Sorry.
I cannot see anything.
Well, it's not very clear. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, sorry, I'm late. I was flying with a ray.
Okay. The first one?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. I was riding on a seahorse. Sorry, I'm late. I was flying with a ray. Sorry, I'm late. I was diving with dolphin.
Yeah.
Tiddler told, is it me?
Yes.
Yeah. Tiddler told a different story every day. At 9 o'clock on Monday, Miss Kate called the register.
Little Johnny Dory.
I'm
Miss Kate.
little Johnny Dory.
Pia.
Yes, Miss Cat.
Nazifa, yeah? Rabbit fish.
Rabbit fish.
Diana.
Yes, miss.
Redfin.
Yes, miss.
Tiddler. Tiddler. Tiddler's late.
Yes. And you know, I think it would be just fun if we read these words in big letters all together, because it's just a notice for everybody. It will be more
Tiddler's late.
Tiddler's late.
Tiddler's late.
Thank you.
Tiddler's late.
Pia.
Sorry, I'm late. I was swimming around a shipwreck. I swam into a treasure chest and someone closed the lid. I bathed and I trashed till a mermaid let me out again.
Miss Kate.
Nasta.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh,
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
It's only a story.
Said Rabbitfish and Redfin.
Just a silly story.
Said Dragonfish and Deb.
Nazifa. Nazifa.
Little Johnny Dory.
I like Tinder's story.
Said little Johnny Dory. And he told it to his granny, who told it to a crab. At 9 o'clock on Tuesday, Miss Kate called the register.
Little Johnny Dory. Yes, Miss Kate. Spiderfish.
Yes, miss.
Tiddler. Tiddler. Tiddler's late. Tiddler. Tiddler.
Tiddler's late.
Tiddler's late.
Pia.
I cannot see. Wait.
Pia, it's your turn now.
Sorry?
Okay, there's no. Sorry, I'm late. Miss, I set off really early, but on the way to school, I was captured by a squid. I wriggled and I struggled till a turtle came and rescued me.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Ilanjana.
It's only a story.
Said Spiderfish and Sunfish.
Just a silly story.
Said Devilfish and Dace.
I love Tinder stories.
Said little Johnny Dory. And he told it to his granny, who told it to a place. Who told it to a starfish? Who told it to a seal? Who told it to a lobster? Who told it to an eel?
8. Oh, sorry.
At 9 o'clock on Wednesday, Tiddler was dawdling, dreaming up a story. His story yet. Lost inside his story, he didn't see the fishing boat. He didn't hear the fisherman. He didn't spot
The
net.
the net.
The net.
A net.
Meanwhile, in the schoolroom, Miss Kate called the register.
Meanwhile, in the schoolroom, Miss Kate called. Yes, Miss Kate. That was little Johnny Dory. Yes, Miss Kate. Leopard fish.
Yes, miss.
Leaf fish.
Yes, miss.
Tiddler.
Tiddler's
Sleigh.
Hey.
Tiddler's
Great.
10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, still no Tiddler. 12 o'clock, lunchtime. Where should he be? Far away, the fishermen were hauling in their fishing net.
Ash.
Far away, the fishermen were a fishing net.
This one. Can you see?
This one's just a tiddler. We'll throw it back to sea.
Tiddler was lost in the middle of the ocean, where strange lights glimmered.
The lights.
And strange fish flew. He swam around in circles. He shivered in the seaweed. But then he heard a story that he knew.
I think this is unchoice. It's
Tiddlers rode a seahorse. Tiddler met a mermaid. Tiddler met a turtle who saved him for a squid. Tiddler found a shipwreck. Tiddler found a treasure chest. Oh no, he did not.
Oh,
Yes, he did.
Oh, yes, he did.
Tiddler peeped out and he saw a shoal of anchovies.
Pia.
Excuse me, can you tell me where you heard that tale?
Unchoice.
We heard it from a shrimp, but we don't know where she heard it.
And they took him to the shrimp, who said,
Oh, the shrimp we have now. I'm gonna to be the shrimp. I heard it from a whale. Well, Katerina, will you please be the whale?
Okay. I heard it from a herring.
Divya, will you be?
I heard it from an eel.
Lobster?
No, eel.
Eel. Who is eel?
Eel.
I heard it. I heard it from a lobster.
I heard it eel.
All right.
From a seal.
Ayana?
I heard it from a starfish.
I heard it from a place.
The place.
Place said,
Just a minute. Don't I recognize your face?
Place.
Yeah?
Which one? I'm Tiddler,
Said Tiddler.
I'm tracking down my story.
The place
place
replied.
I heard it from my neighbor, Granny Dory. Yeah?
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, still no Tiddler. Nearly home time. Where could he be? Just as the fishes were finishing their lessons,
In
swam
Tiddler. How fast? Three.
Everybody's happy. It's P again.
Sorry, I'm late, but I swam into a fishing net. I managed to escape and swam away and hid. I was lost. I was scared, but a story led me home again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
it didn't.
oh no.
Oh,
Yes,
it
Yes.
did. It did.
Leopard
It's
fish.
just another story.
said leopardfish and leaffish.
Just a silly story.
Said butterfish and blue.
Nazifa.
It isn't just a story.
Said little Johnny Dory.
Nadia.
And he told it to a red friend who wrote it down
For you.
You.
So,
Thank you.
good job. You are a real team. We didn't got confused. And we made it with the help of everybody. You are a real team. I love your job. So, how did you like this story? Especially when we do not go anywhere to the seashore in our time where we have to stay at home, except for Katerina. Have you been to the seashore? So you can share your mood with us. And with this story, I hope you get a little bit of that adventurous sea life. Did you? Can you please share your thoughts? How was it? How was the reading? How was the story? I would like to hear your opinion about the story, please.
May I have a say?
Yes, please, Nadia.
So I like the story. I like the story, the contents. It's a funny way to learn the names of water life, sea life. Yeah, so now I know that Kambala, in Russian it is Kambala, in English it is place. So it's a good way to teach the students the names of marine life. So I can connect this story to the environment, life underwater, SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Besides, it tells about school life. And in every school, in every class, there is a girl, usually a boy, who tells tall stories being late for class. It's a good way to teach him a lesson, maybe just in a funny way. And one more thing I see is that this story tells about the school routine, the beginning, the register. So in Russian schools, I see there is no register, but in English and American schools, there is register in the morning. And I know at what time the students go home. At 3:30, they go home. So for me, it's a very telling story. Thank you for the choice.
I usually take some marine stories or marine topic in the beginning of the year, when everybody is full of inspiration by the sea life, sea creatures, and everything that happened in summer with them. And I like to start the year with this positive topic, I guess. Anybody else? Maybe our students can share their opinion. Nilanjana wants to say, please.
It's a very good way to teach the names of the sea world. It's a very good. Some of the names even we didn't know. I mean, I didn't know. I don't know about the others, but even I didn't know. So it's a very good way. Through stories, children tend to learn faster and better and quicker. And as you said it earlier in the beginning, yes, illustrations are beautiful and so colorful. It was a lovely story. Thank you. Thank you, Olga.
Thank you for your good job, team. Okay, students, what about Hamid? That was written for Anchois, very long reading, very long line for today.
I really love this story.
You live. Okay, where do you live? Do you live near the sea? No?
No.
No. So you miss the sea, I expect. Yeah, do you? As we do. We do miss. Who lives near the seashore? Maybe somebody can tell us more about these kinds of fish. Maybe Ash can, as a fisherman, can tell us and share his experience with sea creatures, about sea creatures. Do you know anything about the sea creatures, Ash? Maybe you are keen on fishing. Is anybody?
I am keen on fishing.
You are, Nadia. You are good at everything.
I used to fish. Yes.
Okay. So, and how did you like, or actually, I guess, did not like to read this text without color coding? Was it difficult for you? Pia, what would you say?
Yes, for me it's very interesting. The only thing is there are many characters, and we cannot see the identify each character. Before that we have like narrator 1, 2, 3, 4, like that is more specific. So here is a world of ocean, is a world of sea, and we love to learn the different fish, shark, mermaid, and it's very interesting to see. And it's like we are living in the world's fantasy of world ocean. So because I live in Nepal, we don't have sea. So for me, it's more interesting to know about the ocean. And whenever I travel to other country, the first thing I do is to go to the seaside and also to see the sea world. So that memory brought me here. When I was in Melbourne, end of this January, I saw all the fish. Just now you saw under the world, sea world. Yeah, I can see all the fish going around like that. So same memory just refreshed me back after hearing, seeing all the pictures. Yeah, and this is the small, is like picture rich story. We can see a lot of pictures at the same time. We can read the script. It's very wonderful, very nice.
I like that you liked it too. Yes, Nadia, would you like to?
Well, Pia, thank you. You reminded me of some fact. Usually, real fishermen, when they catch a little fish, they let it go because it is too little. And this story teaches us not to catch little fish because it's just a tiddler. Let it go. So it has a moral. So you should be very sustainable fisherman, not catch every fish. Let the little fish go. Yes.
Yeah,
It's real.
one thing. Can I add one thing?
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm an English teacher. I always teach English, and I find English everywhere. In this story, I mean, trust me, I don't know the moral of the story. I couldn't just focus that much because I was sort of habituated with dialogues, lines after lines. But this time around, it is very much a pictorial kind of reading, right? Everybody is well aware of the role and dialogues and all thing. And Olga, you guided them very well. But I can teach lots of vocabulary to my students, to my young learners, so they can enhance their marine life vocabulary, sea life vocabulary. Okay, so I can see some sort of English in it. Thank you. Over to you,
Yes.
Olga.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
Like shoal or school of fish. No, that's like that.
A shoal of fish, a school of fish, yes. So collective nouns, yes. It's an interesting topic.
I also felt that this story is tells us a lot about the communication which happens in the natural world. So, for children, I think that is also very enlightening when they see that, all creatures communicate and how communication happens. So it's like, how he was able to get back to his home because of that communication. So I think that is a good story for that also, about teaching us how important communication is. And even if it's just like folklore, or people are just telling stories which they have heard, everything matters in the end. So it's good to communicate.
I watch a Doraemon. I watch a Doraemon cartoon like this, the fish.
Yes, there is a
Doraemon.
Doraemon. Or maybe it's not.
My son also watching this Doraemon, and I think this is the similar Doraemon and the fish.
Finding Nemo, Finding Nemo.
Finding Dory.
Yes.
Oh,
sorry.
Yes.
Finding Nemo.
Dory, yes.
German.
Short time memory loss. Short time memory loss. Yeah.
My son and I also watching this cartoon. Not cartoon, maybe one kind of.
Can we let Jerem say something? He's trying to talk.
Very interesting film it is. Very interesting.
Bukima,
I find it similar. I find it similar to this story.
Yes,
and
please,
this.
Bukima. Share your voice.
Thank you so much, Olga.
Thank you, Rayana. Bukima, would you unmute yourself? You are mute.
No.
We can't hear you, Bukima.
Jerem, unmute yourself so that you can speak. Jerem?
Okay, it's frozen now.
Yeah, he's been trying to talk. I don't know how to raise a hand on this, and I guess he doesn't either. I live right on the lake, so we do go down fishing frequently. Not the same kind of fish because they're lake fish. So we catch big mouth bass, and we catch trout, and we catch sunfish and those kinds of things. But we don't live too far from the ocean either. And I enjoy ocean fishing a lot too. So it's kind of unique that I get sort of both sides. And of course, as you know from the poem that I read when we were talking about ourselves, the ocean is a very strong pull for me. And so I'm hoping that Jerem will be able to come back and to be able to talk. I think we've lost him again. So that was, and I thought the story it was very difficult to follow. I have to admit, it's hard to follow it that way. And for us, we have to figure out how do we curate that story in a way that makes sense and is logical and still gives, the information of the marine life, the pictures and all that. Your pictures in this particular story become really important in the story, much more so than many of the other readers' theaters that we put together. So it will be interesting to play with this and to see just how you can turn it into a script that's a little easier to read. I think you had, because the group here is more experienced for the most part in being able to step in, figure out, fill in, and so forth. I thought that was amazing the way you guys all did that. For some reason or other, as I was looking at the script, you were reading ahead, but it wasn't what I was seeing on the screen, and I'm not quite sure how you did that. That was really great. But you did an awesome job reading that, and it's just because of the experience that you've gained now, being able to understand, comprehend, what the story is. And that's, I give you all thumbs up and lots of applause. And Olga, that was awesome.
Thank you, Tracy. I do
also
agree
want
with you. Yes, Divya, would you like to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to add one more thing that I think it's very important for the children when they're reading the story, because Tiddler is supposed to be a, like, a fish. It's not very attractive. So when you are in a class and when you are reading, obviously there are children who are shy, who feel they don't have any special talent, so they can also get noticed. I think it's very important. Like, I'm a special educator, so I always feel that children who are low on their confidence can also get noticed, though in this case he's probably lying through, it's like lying through the story, but otherwise it's important that everybody has some sort of a talent, good or bad. So I think that is also an important message uh, for the students, whoever is reading the story. I feel like nobody is like, everybody has something, everybody has some talent.
All right, yeah, you're right. Okay, Nazifa, you are still here. All the students, almost all of them, has already left. And maybe you want to share some ideas about today's reader theater, Nazifa. Would you? Okay. Okay. So,
Ma'am, I think this one kind of sea story, like we can know about this fishes, like now fishes and their lifestyle, uh, how they enjoy their ocean's life, and also about the fishermen and the problems they face when the fisherman catches fishes, like that tiddles, and it can be like that.
yes, I agree with you. You mentioned very important point that ocean life is dangerous.
Yes, ma'am, it's dangerous.
Very well illustrated here. Yes, you're very attentive listener and reader, Nazifa. Good for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Not only that, she's not only dangerous, she actually mentioned the difficulty in having to throw catch back, and that's just their livelihood. So when they go out, if they don't get a good catch, it affects them in how much they can make and earn as well, which is something that she's sort of pointing out that we hadn't talked about. Good job.
Yeah, all adventures, all the stories full of adventures, and stories by Julia Donaldson um, have such magic in those little rhymes and dialogues that I can actually advise all of her stories for Reader Theatre Club, and I have already made 3 of them, as you noticed. I'm a great fan of Julia Donaldson. So Gruffalo's Child, and these stories are all written by this actually modern, and she's still alive. This author is very actually common, or I would say popular in Europe and as well as in Russia. What can you say? Did you hear anything about her stories? Is Gillette Donaldson popular in Nepal, India, where you are from?
No, I think.
No? You've never heard it?
I think that most
No.
of these children books, we are aware of the story names rather than the authors. Like, if you tell us a name of a story, we would have probably heard it, but for these, we really normally don't look at the authors so much. So we would recognize them by their title and not by the author's name, I think.
So Gruffalo is very recognizable, isn't it? A story about Gruffalo. So, but you still don't know. I think the point is it's a literature for children actually. And if you have nothing to do with reading with children, maybe you just didn't catch that. So Bukima Yoham is back. Can you please share your opinion? Bukima, we are listening to you, but you're mute. Can you please unmute?
Joram, unmute yourself.
I don't know, he doesn't react. Can you hear us? So I'm going to text him that we can't hear him.
Joram, you have to unmute yourself if you want to speak.
Unmute, please.
Well, if he's able to.
Or he can send us the text. I think that is kind of struggling. It's such a poor signal out there. I can feel it.
Yes, it is unfortunately a continuing problem that I have had with Joram and my Ugandan team now for a couple of years. It's that he can't. The internet just doesn't hold. But it's good to see him here, and at least he has a chance to assimilate it.
All right. So Olga, can you just send him a private message that if you have anything to tell us, please feel free to type it down, and we will try to share with the team.
So I've had already asked him to text and to unmute, but you see.
There is a private message option. You just go directly into his own.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
yes,
can.
I'm good.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
I hope you can hear me, yeah?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Now, I was talking about the fish. So I'm still on fish because we hit on fish, and I was very interested. Because here in Uganda, we have so many lakes, and we have the main lake, like Lake Victoria, and we have another lake, source of River Nile. That river produces also fish, and here in Uganda, I've told you that the fish is like the common food here in Uganda, and it is most of there are some of the tribes which are very interested who does not take fish, by the way, in Uganda, but most of the tribes take fish. And here in Uganda, they can grow with like 100 kilograms. Fish, you can find a fish with 100 kilograms in Uganda. Then we cut it in pieces, and then we sell. People get money, a lot of money in the fish, and it's a business here in Uganda. And I hope Trust knows our Lake Victoria. Well, Trust has come in Uganda several times, like 6 times. And so for the case of fish, and I encourage, if you get money, you travel to Uganda and the tour after this COVID-19. At least you come on the tour, you see our lake, which produces a lot of fish, and we export. And we are trying to make a factory that we can get other products from fish here in Uganda, products. So, like the investors, some people were applying in case if they can make some investment, that they can make those factories which can produce packed fish. People know how we can call it. So like that. So therefore, I don't know on fish what you wanted the more to understand, but that is about fish in Uganda. It's a common food to everybody, and the government gets a lot of money, which is a business, local people, and even international. almost international. We export even in because our lake captures Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda, East Africa. So it goes in all the neighboring country. But for us in Uganda, we take a big part of that lake, Victoria. And then in the source of River Nile, I don't know whether trust say you went to that source of River Nile where the water begins in the middle of the water, you find the water begins rotating like this, then supplies water everywhere. So it is just a surprise. When you reach there, you get surprised. It's a tourist center where the most of the people, when they come to Uganda, we take them there. But I don't remember whether I've ever taken trust there when it comes. She goes to field, to schools, everywhere, but trying to get enough time to tour such a places. Okay, thank you for that, maybe my comment. Then next thing, we were talking about English. In Uganda, we are poor in speaking English, first and all. So I think we shall make some lessons mostly to our children. I'm just trained and then I'm going to arrange to teach my teachers. First, you know that, my teachers, you need to educate them how to speak English, then they teach the younger ones, then we develop language, because this is the international language. And now we have developed even other languages which are international, but English at least, children must speak very well from the ground. That's all. So in Uganda, we encourage that. And I know as we go on, we shall be arranging, I think, that one also, so that we can benefit in that. Thank you.
Thank you for your for sharing. You know, in Russia, children do not really speak English very well. And I also take these interesting stories to encourage my students to learn English, because nowadays children are not very interested in anything except for social media, I guess. And all our troubles are about how to make them study, isn't it? Everywhere in all the world.
Yeah.
All over the world.
But we can make teachers, can handle teachers, become expert. Then we go now to children, make them develop good language as an international, become an international children. So through teachers educate, then they educate the other ones. Then the system goes slowly. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's what makes, I think that's what makes the Matrix Readers Theater very unique, because we are able to have the opportunity to listen, to read, to speak in conversation and debate, to write and script in English just through theater. However, it goes so far beyond that. If you listen later to the discussion, it went from talking about understanding marine life and using it for science and so forth, right down to sustainable developmental goals and, you know, so many topics and issues that every time we get together, we discuss and have that opportunity to really look at. And I think that, and I'm telling this more for Joram, so he understands, this isn't really just an English program. It really is a holistic curriculum way of learning in a very interactive and fun way. And everybody can come out of it something for themselves, and they see something a little differently. And by putting it all together into a package of learning knowledge.